This next match is scheduled for one fall with a 1 hour time limit and is your main event for this evening. And
here we go.
Is a winner takes all ladder match.
You could almost hear a pin drop now as everyone eagerly anticipates not only the entrances and whatever else other pomp and circumstance might be.
This is what they've all been waiting for.
The fight that lays ahead for Mercedes Martinez and Angel Orsini.
If there was a single day I could live, a single breath I could take.
That was pretty much become a customary staple for her. The belt she introduced, WSU, the All Guts No Glory title. Not around her waist, of course, because it hangs with the rafters here in the Ace Arena in Union City, New Jersey. And Angel Orsini recently, she's had a lot to say, not only about Mercedes, but around her own plight in this company. She feels disrespected. That's why she brought this belt into play here in WSU.
Got a big success with it.
And that belt gave her an edge, no doubt, and it certainly led to this match.
There comes the WSU Women's World Champion, Mercedes Martinez.
You could just tell, Mercedes is cool under pressure. Walking to the ring, and it could very likely be her biggest title defense to date, it being her 34th.
That's a lot of title defenses right there.
Take a look at what this is all about. The WSU World Championship. And, All Guts, No Glory, or this or that. They're here for the world title.
Introducing first, to my left, from New Brunswick, New Jersey, she is the All Guts and No Glory champion, Angel Orsini. And now, to my right, from Waterbury, Connecticut, she is the current WSU World Champion, Latino sensation, Mercedes Martinez.
All right, here we go.
As they say, the time for talking is over. And there they go. How about that? Going for ladders early.
Wait a minute. Oh!
And this thing starts with a very intense drop kick straight to a ladder.
Right into Angel's face.
It was Angel who actually went for the ladder. Mercedes, I guess, deked her into it. Big clubbing forearm here. Everyone is just either on the edge of their seat or just sitting back and taking in this WSU World Championship contest.
That's the Angel is putting the ladder on top of Mercedes, and I was stomping on her. Stomping on the ladder, which is...
That's right, she is stomping on the ladder. She is trying to make an example of Mercedes Martinez, and so that's might have been so much what this is about. You take a look at successful athletes in any sport, and some of them are big-time performers. Some of them come up in the big spot, and some don't. Now you could make whatever, you could draw whatever your own conclusions between these two as far as that, Bison. But one thing that about I guess my point is that it doesn't necessarily like defining the athletes. Are they defined by being world champions in any sport?
I guess
Is Mercedes, does that define her being world champion?
I mean, she's always been a great worker.
I think it defined it defines Angel Orsini, hence, just losing it to get into this match, just losing everything about herself to get into this match here tonight. Well, inventing her own championship. I mean, she needs to be a champion.
What is it? Every great athlete wants to be a champion, and then any sport you're in.
But at the end of the day, can you live with yourself if you're not? And I don't know if that's the case. The truth is that we've only basically known.
Big chop on Mercedes.
We've grown so accustomed to Mercedes Martinez being world champion that we don't know what the situation might be like if there did come a day when she lost the belt, and it could very well happen tonight.
Well, like you said, she's been champion for 2 years now, and what would WSU do if she did lose? How would we react to a new champion?
I wasn't even going there. I was just saying that what would Mercedes do if she wasn't world champion? That's something to think about. We've seen the lengths, the desperation moves that it left Angel Orsini with no other options but maybe to make her own title. So what might Mercedes have?
We saw Angel. Angel was depressed. She couldn't get another title shot. It drove her crazy. It ate up inside of her, and like you said, she went out, made her own belt. And if Mercedes didn't have the belt, who knows what would happen? I don't know if she would react the same way. Maybe she may be able to handle it better. But we'll definitely we'll find out after tonight.
Hard suplex off the ladder. It was Angel who made the first climb tonight and landed on her back courtesy of a suplex off that ladder. A hard snap suplex looks like it caught Angel's head on the ground. And Mercedes Martinez hanging on for...
three amigos?
Three amigas.
Amigas.
Right. Come on. Help me out.
Oh, wait. Just
going for a pinning predicament. That's not going to fly here. Probably instinctual, as sometimes happens. You get lost in the moment for a second. Maybe try to prove a point.
I think Mercedes going for another ladder.
Look at Mercedes answering fans' questions in the middle of this main event contest. The emotion has not gotten to her to that point.
They're actually setting up the ladder in the corner right there. Angel's slow to get up.
You make it like you've never seen this before.
What?
Unbelievable.
First time for
Angel up. Oh. Irish whip. Oh, Angel hung on. Pretty hard clothesline. It's going to get very dangerous here, and they're pulling off these maneuvers with ladders hanging around all over the place. You've never been in a ladder match, have you?
I have not.
Have you ever climbed a ladder?
I have. It's not easy. Someone of my size either.
Hard blow from Angel. Oh, this doesn't look good for Mercedes. Oh! And it backfired on Angel.
Mercedes just shoved it right in head first. That ladder almost flying into the crowd. Thankfully, just spun around.
A little too close for comfort. Definitely for Angel Orsini. She ate that ladder.
Literally.
Now Mercedes looking for some...
Pulling out some toys.
She's got a chair. What else?
Kendo stick, bull rope, I think. I see a bull rope.
Yeah, that is a bull rope. And these two, of course, had a bull rope contest. And it saw Mercedes Martinez walk away, the WSU World Champion.
Well, yeah, she threw some chairs in the ring.
It's probably not being used for bull rope purposes, but I'm sure it does whatever rigging they needed to do here in the Ace Arena. A little stomping to the top portion of Angel's back and back of her neck. And now it's Mercedes rearranging the furniture. Ooh!
Oh, big kick.
Hard kick right to the ribs of Angel Orsini, and you got to figure in this contest all your offensive moves, and hits, and whatever else are designed to incapacitate your opponent from having the ability, I guess, climbing that ladder and grabbing both belts. Angel's got to be, still reeling from that shot she took.
Oh, that's big chops.
To the ladder. It still has the wherewithal.
Oh!
And there was a
nice.
monkey flip, but she rolled her right into that ladder. And the back of Mercedes' head and her back.
Lower back right into that
struck
metal
that ladder.
stairs.
You knew this thing wasn't going to be pretty between these two. They're between their history, their rivalry, and how badly they both want to win.
Oh,
Perhaps need to win.
A camel clutch, but no submissions.
No submissions. It's a complete wear-down move in this case. Ooh. Well, spiked a little elbow. It's going to get, it's not going to be chippy. I think it's way past that. And when you get ladders and stuff like that involved, there's a little chippy move there from Orsini.
Nobody just as a wear-down tactic. Now towards the Mercedes outside.
Dumped her outside. Golden opportunity here for Angel with Mercedes on the outside.
And she's going for that bull rope.
And I guess she wants to inflict some punishment and perhaps make this whole rivalry, if you will, come full circle.
Reliving the bull rope match days.
So many legendary encounters. Oh. What is she saying? She's saying hello. Might be saying goodbye if this keeps up. To think they made a DVD, the WSU on the home video, on the home DVDs, of best of Angel Orsini and Mercedes Martinez. That just speaks to the level of how great this rivalry really was. I believe it was a bestseller.
#1 on the list. It really was.
I believe you. So many great opportunities to take in all the historic contests of WSU. First few years of this company. Oh, now Angel got some weapons ready. She's thrown a couple of chairs. There's a kendo stick now.
She's doing a cookie sheet or whatever, a little pan over there, and now she's got the kendo stick, like you said.
Oh, it ain't for bacon, I'll tell you.
Well, she's definitely maybe baking Mercedes' head with it later, but kendo stick right to the back.
What a shot. And look at Angel. She is incensed right now. With Mercedes down, you got to feel she's been just dreaming about this opportunity.
And now Mercedes being choked by the kendo stick. Angel talking a little smack into
right in wherever you are. Oh. Wherever you are, you can feel the intensity of this ladder match.
Right, now she goes for that baking sheet. Oh.
A little hard kick right on that tray. That ain't like Reynolds wrap or anything either.
Definitely not.
Reynolds wrap. And now Angel just poised to walk out of here WSU world champion. And you got to wonder, what she would do with the All Guts No Glory title. Oh! Didn't hang on for that spine buster, just dumped her into the ladder. And look at Angel, she is writhing in pain.
Mercedes reversed it, picked her, like you said, spine buster right into that ladder, and that definitely hurts.
Now it's Angel on the outside, and Mercedes trying to regain her bearings.
Well, I'm sure that's going to give her plenty of time, too, because I'm sure Angel's in a lot of pain after that.
She's jittering around about. Just that must have been such a brutal blow to the back.
Well, here she goes on the outside. She grabs the kendo stick.
Oh! Nope. Making it like she's, well, like she is Alex Rodriguez. Using that kendo stick now.
And now she's choking Angel out with it. Giving Angel a taste of her own medicine, as earlier she was choking Mercedes with it.
Oh. I tell you, this hasn't been a mat classic.
And it's not going to be.
I don't think so. But this is a fight.
Oh! Flips right over the guardrail. Into the crowd. Wow.
This is a brutal, brutal fight.
And Mercedes with an insulting, how you doing?
It became personal between, I don't think it started that way, but it certainly, as the tension built, and, with the introduction of titles and the like, constantly calling her out, this became a personal rivalry between what used to be two great friends.
Well, that's what happens when you put gold on the line. Well, that friendship goes out the window. When it's championship on the line, friendship means nothing.
She's been in so many vicious contests, as has Orsini. Cage matches, bull rope matches. And the legendary, Iron Woman match that wound up going 70 minutes.
And here they come right by us now.
They're getting closer. And I've been about close enough for both of them. The rest of tonight, a little kick. It's going to kick Angel off that chair. This does not look pretty. It looks like they're going to trash the Ace Arena by the time this thing is over. Oh, and Angel fights back. She's got to be giving it every single thing she has to stay in this match. I mean, and right over that metal rail. They're pulling no punches in this one. I don't know, they're talking.
Mercedes holding that shoulder.
Mercedes, what's she screaming about? I don't know if it's the exact time to be jawing with the crowd here in Union City, and it just speaks to how polarizing Angel Orsini has become. You either like her or you hate her. I think at this point, you either agree with bringing in your own belt or not.
Oh, big shot with the tray.
I tell you, my hearing wasn't so great earlier, but I certainly heard that one.
She's a little angry.
WSU World title, the All Guts No Glory title, hangs in the balance of this very violent ladder match. And it is Angel Orsini, the aggressor as it stands. There's ladders hanging by ring posts and hanging across ropes.
Still got one on the floor.
This has been brutal. UCNJ getting into it. They have witnessed a hard-hitting contest, the likes of which certainly women's wrestling you never saw. I don't know about pro wrestling as a whole. Hard headlock. Now scoop. Oh, and then she laid her right on that ladder.
Slammed her right onto that ladder.
The irony is that all these weapons, they weren't made to be weapons. They're being used as weapons. They've been in the part of the fabric of this story.
Oh, wait a minute.
The matches and whatever else. Oh, and what a move by Orsini!
Moonsaults right on top of Mercedes on the ladder.
Well, acai moonsault from Angel Orsini. Pulled that one out of her hat. And what an effective move it was. Look at Mercedes. She's in the fetal position here.
Oh, after taking that. After
She
taking
is
the tray
cringed
shot.
up. What a move. The force from Orsini coming off those ropes. The ladder right behind her.
I mean, we've seen Mercedes in trouble in the past, but it's taking it to a whole new level tonight.
Mercedes hasn't moved. Now she's just being dragged around like a rag doll.
And
And Orsini again
going up top.
breaking out the high risk. Nobody home. Nobody home for the moonsault. One high risk too many for Orsini, and both women are down. We have reached one more stalemate in this one. Mercedes has got her hands on some rope. Looks like she may have the opportunity to get to her feet first. Q is checking on Orsini.
And there's Mercedes finally getting up.
That missed moonsault no doubt knocked the wind out of her. It may have bruised some ribs. It could have done a lot of other damage. A vicious kick to the back of the head by Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, I think she's a little angry.
You got to wonder if you're just speculating about Mercedes. This is her 34th title defense. I don't think it ever necessarily gets old. But how much more could she take?
I mean, she said she's the champion, and she has the heart of a champion and everything. And I'm sure she could take a lot. I mean, but everybody does have a limit. The question is, what is Mercedes?
Well, very interesting to note. I don't know if at this point is that Mercedes, as she laying out the ladder here.
This doesn't look to be good for anybody.
No, that's exactly right. But Mercedes didn't want this match. She thought she, didn't have to ever defend the WSU title against Angel Orsini, as were the commitments made.
That's right. In their last match they had.
In their Iron Woman match, she lost a match. Was never supposed to get a rematch. Finally relented, and here we are. It took the invention of a title, several tirades, and bodies left laying.
Oh,
lead to this ladder
onto the
match.
Chair.
Face first on a chair is not a way to spend a Saturday night. But I guess you understand when the WSU World Championship hangs in the balance. Mercedes now.
Bringing in that ladder back.
You got to be pretty creative and crafty to invent these ways to just inflict such harm with these ladders.
I mean, I can't even envision what they're setting up for here now.
It's certainly not what they were invented for.
Now Mercedes is dragging Angel out. Oh, big kick to the ribs.
You could hear that one in the boot. The crowd, the folks here brave the cold weather here in New Jersey, in Union City. It's eerily quiet. No one knows what is going to happen next.
I mean, I just think
Angel Orsini just took a shot.
I mean, I just think they're in shock and awe. I mean, obviously we expected a drag-out brawl match, but just everything that we've seen, I think everybody's just shocked that these women are even able to do this.
Hard over the rails there went Mercedes Martinez, and now it's Angel gaining back the momentum. So much about this story, has been about the WSU World Championship. It obviously looms over this ladder match as we speak, but it's unbelievable to think the lengths that these two professional athletes will go through to regain or stay WSU World Champion.
To regain or retain. Like you said, Angel definitely wants that belt back. She's been, 2 years without it. She's begging for it. She's finally getting a chance again. A lot of anger, frustration built up in these last couple of years.
You can sense that you can't quite tell what it is, but something is looming in this contest. There is a special intensity to this contest. So much is on the line. This is the final chapter in the storied feud between Angel Orsini and Mercedes Martinez. Angel firmly in control. I don't know if you do a little time of possession, but she's probably been in control for most of this contest.
Actually, just wrenching the back. Just wrenching her head back. And, I mean...
This is just utter brutality.
I mean, like you said before, this is definitely personal. I mean, I don't think they've even cared about getting the belts once yet.
And I think that
They'd
was
rather just
very
beat the hell
telling.
out of each other.
It was very telling when, probably 15 minutes ago at this point, that Angel Orsini threw Mercedes out of the ring, and it didn't even seem like she made one step in the direction of a ladder to climb up there and grab those belts. They want to inflict pain on the other one, and at that point it's about the title, but it's about so much more between these two.
And Mercedes rocks the suplex.
We've heard so much
Arnold's.
talk, and here we go.
Wait a minute, and there it is. Fisherman suplex.
That fisherman's buster from Mercedes right on a chair.
So now the question, can she regain her composure, set up a ladder, and go for the belts?
And it hasn't been the first time in this contest where Mercedes has been able to finally fend off Angel, hit a big move, but it's almost like she's got to spend more time recovering than creating more offense.
And right now she's pushing Angel, and finally
just crawling across that ladder. I don't know if it's away from Mercedes, but oh my goodness.
And they're stomping away, and
There's a stomp right to the gut.
what is she gonna go for here?
Here we go.
Oh my!
And you can see that there is absolutely no give in that ladder.
That is a hard steel ladder, and
A tremendous splash from Mercedes Martinez on Angel Orsini. And it just goes to show you the lengths that they're going to go through to not only win this match, but win it decisively. Mercedes Martinez was looking for the kill there.
I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, had that ladder broke, I think it hurts more than it didn't.
But you know, thank God it didn't.
Definitely wasn't fun for Angel. Not good for Mercedes either, but here goes Mercedes throwing the ladder back in.
I mean, Angel was completely unprotected on that ladder. And Mercedes just, with all of her weight, just descended. Probably 15, 20, well, just a shade under 20 feet in the air. And just came crashing down on Orsini. Those are internal injuries. Those are bruised, maybe cracked ribs.
Oh, here we go. She's setting up the ladder. I think finally gonna make an attempt.
And now here we go. You are right, Bison.
First attempt to go for the belts now.
Orsini, who's certainly in a heck of a lot of pain, is trying to rush up there, and she finally reaches. She's got Mercedes by the ankles. Angel's got bad ankles herself. And these two are no strangers to surgeries and stuff like that. But still, laying it all out on the line just like that. Mercedes looked like her wrist and hands, fingers.
Might have slapped the wrist.
Smacked that steel on the ladder. Caught a couple of rungs on the way down. These two are no strangers to injuries and having to miss time and miss opportunities and their personal lives and things like that.
Angel setting up the ladder.
They're still laying it out on the line here tonight. It's just stomping.
Yes, they're both badly bruised, beaten, battered, everything. I mean,
right, and at this point, a kick like that, a hard, stiff kick to the ribs, can incapacitate one of them just enough, just like it might be right now. Where Angel is putting herself in a position to be the next WSU World Champion.
She's using the shorter ladder.
Mercedes up just in time. Timing is everything when you're WSU World Champion. Ooh. They're trading blows on tops of ladders, and just imagine. There goes that flatliner move she likes to use. Oh, and she just busted up Mercedes' insides as they came crashing down from the top rungs of those ladders. Unbelievable here in Union City, New Jersey.
Angel just grabbed her off the line, just drove her down to the mat.
Well, we thank, obviously, the folks that braved the cold. And those of you who join us on the GoFightLive.tv, and we know every penny is worth it in this one. They are laying it all out on the line tonight.
And our Angel making that way up.
Orsini just is the bad ankles, the bad insides at this point. She's almost touched one of the belts. John Q doing a good job making sure an absolute disaster doesn't happen here. A little shot to the midsection and one to the jaw.
Some big right hands.
She was a basketball player, she's got massive hands.
Oh, another kick to the ribs.
So the college basketball player probably never would have imagined would have been in a ladder match of this magnitude here tonight. Well, she's got one of the titles.
She almost had a hold of it.
Big orange one.
The All Guts No Glory title.
Orsini's got looks like a handful of her ankle. This is dangerous. This is obviously not recommended. She's turned it around.
Oh, and a sit-out power bomb.
And can you imagine at this point of the match how that feels as the folks here respond?
After all the abuse they've been taking before this, just getting worse and worse for them.
And a big-time power bomb, another big-time blow that cannot be followed up on because,
but I mean, all the energy's taken out. I mean, save off for that one big moment, but, Angel puts all her energy into it.
Whoever wins this match is going to have to overcome so much because of that. Oh, and look at Orsini.
Well, they're probably going to have a long recovery road after this matchup.
She made a little expression, a slight expression that said, this is it. She's going for it right here, and she just went after Mercedes with a series of just clubbing shots to the face. Gotta wonder what kind of desperation.
It's got her trying to, looks like, for a full Nelson.
Full Nelson slam or something. It looks like Mercedes has just enough to fend it off here. I'm sure the full Nelson itself will do some damage. Ducks a clothesline. Hard belly to back with a release.
And Angel just continued pounding.
Gotta wonder at what point is that it? At what point do you say enough's enough? I can't do this anymore. Another suplex from Orsini. Now she's throwing those Taz plexes around. She credits him with the idea when she introduced her own world championship.
Oh, got no glory.
And now she's doing a heck of a job throwing those suplexes here on the already severely injured back and
battered and beaten Mercedes.
and neck of the WSU world champion.
Really got to wonder how much more can she take?
And will this be the very last time she's WSU world champion? It's 34 and done. And it looks so Orsini on bad ankles at all. Climbing rungs. Just climbing rung by rung within an arm's length of the reason that these two are getting it on like this right now.
Oh! Neck breaker off the ladders.
And they don't call it a neck breaker for no reason. You know, this is a dangerous, dangerous situation. And that was a dangerous move in a dangerous situation.
And Mercedes finally,
just unbelievable.
Finally able to get up on her feet. Back in control now. Trying to swing the momentum her way.
They're got to be exhausted at this point, and this probably isn't even close to the longest they fought like this forever. That the Iron Woman match, they were all around the building. They were outside, and hands on the belt. Mercedes has had two hands on the belts, and Orsini is doing nothing but watch his. I guess she can do that. And Mercedes is hanging. She's hanging in the balance. She's hanging with the belts. And Orsini, what a big-time opportunity here. And what's she going to do with it? Oh! She just tackled her. She tackled her right off the rafters of the Ace Arena. Mercedes is down on the outside.
Wow, I mean, wow.
And have you ever seen something like, I'm just taking a quick glance at the folks here in the Ace Arena. There is just a look of, obviously clear concern for the well-beings of these two performers.
I mean, I don't know how much more they can take.
Certainly an understatement there. Mercedes is lying, and she hasn't moved much since taking that tackle from the rafters. She must have fell, from the total of where she was to the spot she landed.
He's trying to.
He was going after that hand that smacked the rung on the ladder earlier. Oh! She just jammed that, the top of the chair right to the midsection, and now she's just really driving it right across her throat.
Just trying to wear her out. I mean,
we're out. It looks like she's trying to kill her.
I was trying to ensure that Mercedes doesn't get up again to stop her from getting the belts.
Well, the folks here are standing, watching this one. Certainly what they call a sellout, a dressing room sellout, if you will. And they finally made it back in the ring, and Mercedes looks the worse for the wear.
What's Angel setting up for here?
She's barely out. She's barely up, and she's clearly out on her feet. And if it wasn't for Orsini choking her, I don't know if she'd be on her feet.
Now it's setting Mercedes up top.
And how many more dangerous predicaments could you even take just watching this thing? Hard clubbing blows. And it looks like desperation here has set in. Ooh. Mercedes fights back. Here she comes. She's back in this. I don't know if she was taking too much time or what, trying to play possum. But they're in a position where they're just trading blows, going shot for shot.
Just trying to weaken
this
one
Saturday
another.
Night.
Wait a minute, what's she going for here?
Fisherman's buzzer from the ladder.
Fisherman buzzer from the ladder.
And could that do it? And they are standing here in Union City applauding the effort of these two. And now smelling victory for Mercedes.
All she has to do is set that ladder up, and hopefully she can grab those belts. All Mercedes has to do is put that ladder up. And now wait, she's dragging Angel to the middle of the ring, and now she's going for the ladder. Hey, wait a minute, what is she doing?
Well, that'll put just enough defense.
Could this be it?
That's
got the ladder over Angel as she's climbing
up.
up.
There's no way that she is going to be able to get up from this, as Mercedes, bad wrists, bad shoulders, bad knees, is up. She has reached the top of the ladder. She is climbing. She has got the belts.
Got one belt. She's got both.
She's done it. She's done it. The final chapter has been written. And it is Mercedes Martinez,
undisputed champion,
who climbs the ladder.
Mercedes Martinez.
It is Mercedes Martinez.
And her 34th title defense, and is victorious once again.
What a contest. And you know, in this position, with Mercedes on top of the ladder, with the WSU World title, with the All Guts No Glory title, and Angel Orsini can still do nothing but look and see not only the belt that she feels
she's pinned under the ladder now, and it's
put on the
forced.
map, a belt that she for sure put on the map, and it's Mercedes Martinez who's holding both of them.
And once again, she's forced to watch. I mean, pinned on the ladder now, forced now to watch Mercedes hold both titles. I mean,
34 in a row, and just seemingly when you think this is absolutely it for Mercedes, she comes back out of nowhere in this one and puts herself in a position to climb that ladder, grab those belts. What a showing for the WSU World Champion. And now finally both on an even keel.
oh, they're gonna
She
need a
can
long.
barely stand.
They're gonna need a long spa shower, bath, something afterwards.
This was such a vicious match, and it's Mercedes. She's got belts draped over both shoulders, and once again, she leaves with the fans chanting her name. Come to the realization at this point that even what can I do now? What can Angel, or where does she go from here?
Well, I'm sure she's gonna be having that question.
And a handshake. Classy move, classy gesture.
Can only imagine what's being said amongst each other in there. But definitely, show sportsmanship.
Well, I'll tell you, Angel showed a lot of class right there. This you don't know where she goes from here and everything like that. She doesn't know her future, but she knew perhaps that she had to extend the hand right there and embrace.
The champ, ready to talk.
I gotta take my time. Now, what you guys have just witnessed is two wrestlers kick ass in a ladder match in which I got cut open in more than one place. The hard way, exactly. Now, Angel, for 3 years that we've been in this company, we've had our ups and downs. But there's one thing that I give credit to you, and that's always giving 150% in every match that we had. Regardless of how you got that championship belt before, I still give you respect. You definitely had all guts, and you definitely have all the glory. And just because you decided to make a belt that I think personified what you are all about, I give you kudos to that. I think when I speak from everybody in the locker room, anybody watching on TV and pay-per-view, and everybody here, that they definitely know you're one bitch-ass wrestler. You may not feel that way right now. I sure as hell don't feel like a champion right now. But I definitely will always, from the bottom of my heart, give you a title shot anytime you want it.
Wow.
You know, Mercedes Martinez, there's a reason why PWI Magazine came here at the last pay-per-view and honored you with an award. You deserve it. You are a badass bitch. I know, because I tried to just beat the crap out of you, and maybe, you know, you may not feel so good, I don't feel so good, but you freaking came out on top. And I respect you from day one when I met you. You know that. I love you, and I think the world of you. And this feud was never about dislike. It was never disrespectful in any way. What it's about is two tough bitches that know how to wrestle, wanting to see how far we could take it. And we did it all for you guys watching. All of you. All of you.
And badass is right.
Unbelievable show of class.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will take you up on that.
Give a hand for my opponent.
It's hard to believe just minutes ago these two were warring and coming up with all kinds of crazy ways to inflict such pain.
Now, before we leave this ring, and of all the chaos, I could take care of my injuries in my body, I got one issue that I have to deal with, and that is on March at the anniversary show. Serena, don't think that I have forgotten about you. Don't think that I forgot you cut a piece of my beautiful Puerto Rican locks.
Serena crossing the line there.
I understand that you're a little bit jealous of this sexy Boricua's hair. I understand. I so totally understand it. But there's one thing, you never underestimate a Boricua, because we... Oh baby, we're definitely the best. Yo soy la campeona de la todo. Esto es WSU, and I will bleed for this company, and I'm not gonna let some ex-WWE diva come into my house and take care of my belt.
Oh, there you have it, Serena. Beware.
If you think that WWE gave you competition, bitch, you ain't seen nothing yet, so bring it.
Wow. You know, what an intense night that's shaping out to be.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You gotta be kidding me.
Is that?
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my heart.
You have got to be kidding me at this point.
Woo!
At-
Now, I hope all of you remember that I still have a contract that says I get to challenge anyone in WSU for any belt at any time. Do you remember that?
She has a
Well,
point.
I brought Johnny Q out here because I wanted to say that I want you to remember I can cash in anytime I want.
Well,
However, I just wanted to show you that I can cash in whenever I want. Here you go. Hold on.
oh, that.
So
That's
what I really
clever.
came out here to say is, right now in this very ring are three of the biggest icons in WSU. And I sat there and I just watched you two fucking kill each other. Oh my God. So Alicia, an icon of WSU, Angel Orsini, an icon of WSU, and Mercedes Martinez, an icon of WSU. So ladies, I want to say you had a fantastic match. Everyone here is happy, but I'm going to cash in on that contract on March 5th. So, I'll see, not now, but March 5th, I'm cashing in. Great job, ladies.
Wow. So March 5, Serena Mercedes Martinez, Alicia going to cash it in. Apparently show a little hug there from Angel saying, you know what, this wasn't the time, this wasn't the place. And Alicia's not like that, I guess.
Not gonna take advantage of a beat up Mercedes.
The stuff hanging wildly in the balance. What a night it was, what a night it's going to be on the 5th of March as Mercedes Martinez exits the building. So will we. Bison, very interesting night.
Have a good night.
Be there in the square. Take care.
And I'll see you March 5th.
I'll see you March 5th. We'll see you folks on Go Fight Live. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, everybody.